Hey, yo. You ready? Let's do it. Yeah.
Here we go, mate. Episode 88.
The birth year of two legends from Bamber Ridge.
The Brig Boys.
Where were you born?
Oh, Preston.
Preston.
Yeah, Shore Green, mate.
Yeah.
Is that Preston Hospital, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I would say
Yeah.
same.
Born at the same ward, mate.
But, yeah, we've been... do you remember Daniel Greenbank?
No, yeah.
From school?
Of course,
like,
yeah.
we were literally born within, like, minutes of each other.
Amazing.
Both on Brig as well. So.
There you go. Give us a call, Daniel.
Give us a call, yeah.
We'll get you on.
I'm sure he's out there, keeping fit.
Brig Boy number 3. Well, mate, this is going to be a bit of the last of our Lakeland specials now, isn't it?
Yep, I think we get to the point where we know how much to talk about it, and then we know how much to move on.
Yeah.
We've done one review which was great with Jess and Thea, weren't it?
Brilliant, yeah.
Great review, loved it. This is our review.
And and then we'll start talking about the ballot.
This kind of lives, it carries on the dream a little bit, doesn't it?
There's a constant thread for us, isn't there? It's always Coniston, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it always comes back to Coniston in a way. But the ballot is going to be in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, soon.
I've said it. I've kind of repeated myself. Well, I wish it was just a little bit more time just to recover. I don't know, not be involved in Lakeland for a little bit. Yeah, just for a couple of months.
I had this chat the other day actually because it was Miller who's thinking about doing the 100, but he's also got 13 Valleys in September.
Yeah.
So I was saying like it would have been nice for you to do that and then be like, do I actually want to do the 100?
Yeah.
Because then you're going to know then, aren't you, where you're at with the 100? And I think, it's a quick turnaround to make a decision, isn't it?
Yeah, and I get that if you're doing the 100, for example, you might want to know sooner for training purposes, but like October, November, like 7-8 months.
Yeah, it's enough.
That's still plenty of time to be training. As long as you're ticking over. I just think it'd be nice to people to, because everyone's excited still now.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go back at ballot. Everyone wants to do it, but I think come October, November, that high is gone. And you're kind of in the reality of it's still 9-10 months away now. My life goes on. So it's great in the fact it carries it on, and then it's like the Lakeland buzz and you're training for it again. But I think because we've done it for so long now, it's a sense of it's nice just to have a bit of a gap. But to be fair, if we do the ballot, we get in, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's then we can switch off from it and focus on what we've got coming up. Like you've got the lap coming up and a few other things, haven't you? So
there's still plenty going on, isn't there? But it's funny, isn't it? Because we have all these different races that we actually do and we get into, but it does ultimately always come down to like, but Lakeland's coming up.
It all builds up to it.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
It's the biggest weekend of the year, isn't it? In terms of the Lakeland family side. Yeah.
It's true. It's because, we know that many people that go there now, don't we? And then obviously you've had the whole thing of going through the 50, then hitting the 100. Well, and redemption was the whole thing, wasn't it, this time around for the 100?
So. In fact, to be fair, I think we both had... It was nice that we both had good weekends. I think we've come out of it in with a good vibe about it all. I think a couple of years we've been there, we've not been running our best, we've just been getting round, and it's not the same sort of high as it were. Yeah. If you run the PB, it doesn't matter if it's 1 minute or 20 minutes or whatever, you've done something better than last year. Yeah. And I think coming out of that, it's a nice little confidence boost going forward into August, September and everything else, really. Yeah,
definitely. No, like you said, it's a great weekend, isn't it? I think because of that, because it's not like we love Manchester Marathon, don't we, and stuff, but because it's the weekend revolves around that run, doesn't it? And the run's part of the weekend. It's not everything, is it? So strangely enough, like the run's just a small part of what is an amazing weekend.
The run's kind of... It's different because you do speak to people on the run and everything else, but it is the before and the aftermath of it all where you kind of go, well, what happened? What happened during the run? You know? And
that definitely happens in that conversation.
Oh yeah. Well, the amount of conversation we've had over the past week or so of going through stuff, it's a constant. You kind of want to know what people have done, what went right from what went wrong for it, and everyone's got a different story, haven't they? Everyone. Right, can I open this or what?
Yeah, let's do it, right. Same time.
Cheers, mate. 3, 2, 1.
ASMR there, mate. ASMR.
Steve Weiser.
Yeah, we're going to be hammered by it in this episode.
How many have you got? 8?
I get through 8.
What are they?
In the morning.
Steve Weisers.
Steve Weisers, 8%.
Really aggressive buying this.
8%. Another thing, Mark Laithwaite, if you're listening. No.
Well, I think if we're going to cover stuff, we might as well cover stuff.
Yeah, let's go from the start, mate. Okay.
Might as well cover it.
Let's go for it. So, ultimately, I suppose, let's review the weekend 2026 Lakeland 50/100. We have briefly talked on the 100. Well, we had the build-up, didn't we? So we spoke to Emma and Phil around the build-up to the 100.
Can I correct you there?
Yes.
We spoke to Phil.
It would be nice to have Emma on at some point.
Yeah, we'll get Emma on at some point. So we spoke to Phil. Emma said a few words. But so that was a nice conversation with Phil.
Yeah. Was she invited or did she just turn up? I
don't know. I think she was the main guest. But Phil took over, didn't he? Phil took over.
I know.
I've yet to chat to them properly about how Emma's race went. And stuff like that. Because I saw her. She was a little bit tipsy at Ambleside.
Oh, yeah.
Only slightly tipsy.
Yeah,
she got to fight or something.
Scrapping. One highlight of the weekend, I guess, is that Ambleside, there's a lot of pubs open in there, and depending what time you arrive through Ambleside.
yeah. 5 o'clock, people are sober. 10 o'clock, people aren't sober.
Yeah, and to be fair...
10:30, people are scrapping.
Yeah, it's all going on. To be fair, I arrived at 5:30 and there weren't many sober people.
No.
Sunny
though, weren't it?
Oh, a brilliant day. Great day for it, mate. Great day for it. But yeah, so that was built up with them. They obviously had their own race. Phil ended up with a bit of an injury. Couldn't do
yeah. Did his knee, I think, the week before.
Yeah.
So Phil didn't end up doing it. And Emma, do you know how far she got or not?
It was about 25, 24.
Buttermere,
yeah.
Buttermere,
that was the stop, yeah. Is that
that was right? Her knee, I think. 26 and it's just over.
Yeah, I think she'd mentioned around... I think she had on her head a number, but it wasn't 100.
No.
It was just to have a good do with it, I think. But
just a nice little marathon on a Friday
Lovely,
night,
yeah.
pretty much. Gutted for her in the sense of that she I think she knew, and you're never going to tell someone, like we were never going to sat there and go, look, your knee injury is going to cost you here.
Yeah.
But I think deep down people know in the sense of how bad their injury is, and is it worth going through that pain?
Yeah.
And it's not. I Adam that run it last year, he did like a sub 30 last year, and I caught him at Buttermere, and we were laughing about it, but he knew at Buttermere that he weren't going to carry on because he'd done his, I think it was his quad. And he did a little run down, but he went, that's all I've got, mate. And we were laughing. I was like, oh, geez. I was like, well, have a good night. Yeah. But he pulled up at Seathwaite and he knew. And he was like, I can't get around another 70 miles with an injury. And that's the problem with it. He was running well, and then all of a sudden it was done. Yeah. Literally race over straight away.
What was the completion?
It was 60, I want to say 61 or 62, weren't it?
Yeah. Which is... Oh, yeah, he did say that. Yeah, it was just under the record amount.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I'm just going to check the stats out, mate.
So Emma's fault, really. We didn't actually get those...
you could have just got round the other 70 miles or something.
But if you're dragging yourself from Ambleside and you're doing a bit of damage, but you can't drag yourself another 80 miles from Buttermere. That's not one of it.
Psychologically at that point.
Yeah.
So got the stats here, mate. So 63.4% finished the 100.
Good, that
very good. Yeah.
Good conditions though. Perfect. No trench foot. No chafing issues. No foot issues. Well, not from the wet anyway.
It was nice conditions, weren't it?
Yeah.
You were you're obviously part of that 63.4%.
Yeah.
Bringing it home for the men.
Never any doubt.
553 men finished. No, they didn't. Yeah. Yes, they did. Sorry. No, they didn't. 368 men finished. 121 women. 55.5% women have finished. 66.5% male finished. So the men took it home this year.
Yep.
So Emma, you let not only yourself down, but also the gender.
Yeah. And to be fair, Phil.
So there you go. One of each. But that finish rate just shows, I suppose, how tough the race is. And the interesting part around these stats is, which I absolutely love, by the way, is the point of when people pulled out as well. And what blows my mind is there's one here, Tilberthwaite, pull out. Yeah. Now I'm only assuming that must be a timeout issue.
Potentially, but
it is hard, that last bit.
It's hard. The guy that I run with, we chatted after it, and after even the last time I'd done it, I'd never back out of it unless I was injured. It's as simple as that. That's just the mentality. But we discussed it, and we basically said that I can see why people now get to Ambleside and don't want any more of it.
Yeah.
That second night comes, and we were saying 5 hours. It took us 6.5, nearly 7. And for those that are moving slow, it took me 9.5, 10 hours to 2023. And if you've not got it and you're not hitting that cut-off point, there is no point in leaving Ambleside. And even though you think, it's only 15 mile, it's a massive portion of that race. And you've got a long way to go in that second night and the second morning, shall I say.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
So it's the first time we actually had a chat and gone, I can see why people do it now, because I could have easily sat in a chair there and gone, I'm having 3 hours kip here, see you later, bye.
You're right. Because to be fair, on paper, you look at that and go, no, Tilbury, it's only 5k to go. Like, why would you pull out? But after you got 102 miles at that point in you, how much more can you actually give? You know what I mean?
And I think that's it. And I think this year with the rain and how bad it was, those people that was in that rain might have been in it for. We was in it for 4.5 hours, where people might have been in it for 12, 13, 14, and they got to Tilbury and gone, nah. Or they've been advised, and look, you're not going to get over that in the driving wind and rain. You're too cold already. It's a safety matter, isn't it? Sometimes, or you just gone, don't want it.
Don't want to do it.
I've done 102.
Because even the 50 runners were coming through, early hours of the morning. They were cold. They were wet.
Oh, yeah,
So the conditions on that plus another 55 miles in you. Yeah, I don't envy that, to be honest with you.
No.
My question for you is, right, so
question.
Everyone's talking about these the 50 to the 100 and naturally you should go and do that and stuff, and obviously my pipeline at some point it will be in there, but what is the biggest differences between stepping up to the 50 and stepping up to the 100? What have you, I guess, changed, and what have you got to change your focus on when you get to step up to the 100?
It's we obviously know it's a different race,
and
I think the distance isn't necessarily the issue in the sense of how far you have to run, because for the 100 for me this year, it was majority of it was walking. I probably I don't know specifics, but between 80 miles I probably walked when you look at it.
It's a long way.
If you look at but maybe more, because the runnable bits on that course, there's not loads.
On the first
half, and even the second, when you're up Fusedale, you can run top of Fusedale, but there's not many runnable bits when you add it all together. But I think it comes down to, it's I've got an advantage in the sense of the job I do is physical, it's manual, and it's tough in a sense of you might be 12 hours deep into a shift and you've still got 3 hours of tar to lay. You've got to shovel it, you've got to rake it, you've got to physically switch off from the surroundings with it. So when I come to walking in the lakes, that is so much better than my job in the sense of how hard it is. So I think I've been set up in a good sense of it's easier. The Lake 100 is easier than my job when it comes to it sometimes.
Right, okay.
But I think it's more can you deal with your body in the sense of the body clock, in terms of you've gone through the first night, you've done the first morning. Can you then function enough during that second day to carry on eating, carry on moving, carry on drinking, and to focus, to then go into the second night and be able to survive the fatigue of being awake for 30, 36, 42, 48 hours? Because from the start, you are not getting up and just waking up at 6 and going for a run. You're awake from possibly 7 in the morning, you might have a nap. So when it comes to it, you're awake for 40 hours plus easy. Minimum. If you've never done night shift in your life and you've not trained for the night runs, unless you can just cope with it, it's hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with. Because when I got to Ambleside and it went dark at 10 o'clock on that second night, I could have slept anywhere at any point. If you'd have led me down just in a puddle, I'd have slept. It's then that drive to just be tired. Because there's one point where I was counting how many seconds I could actually walk for with my eyes closed, and that was towards
micro sleep.
And it was just 1, 2, 3. I woke up and I was I've not really moved that far.
Is that where you got to though? Where you that point where you feel that tired that you could literally just
because I was looking. You get to a point where there's no concentration. You switch off. That's when you stop eating the same. Luckily we had tailwind. But it's that being able to. It's hard to explain. Once you go tired, it's past the point of, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's 10 o'clock on the second night.
Yeah, that's mental.
And there's no control of how much you want to sleep. When we got to Chapel Style, Mike was I'm having a nap, and he set his alarm for 7 minutes, and he said he felt better after it. But literally within 10 seconds I turned around, he'd gone.
Really?
gone.
But then that must be hard waking up and getting out.
Getting
I'd
back
find
from
that
it,
really
yeah.
difficult,
But he said he felt better for about half an hour and then he went tired again.
Right.
But if you had half an hour, it might make a difference.
Yeah. Well, people do it, don't they? People sleep on the course.
Yeah. Which if you're quick enough, you could probably do it. To be fair, I could probably done, but then I'd have been accepting that I'd be coming around in 39 hours again. I could have had a 3 hour kip and been like, oh, I'm cracking on.
So I guess all those people 30 and under don't sleep.
No, they could go straight through, but they're moving quick enough so there's less pain on the feet, possibly less pain in the joints. You've not had to eat as much in the sense of they're moving quicker, where those that are 35 hours plus, your feet hurt, your legs hurt, you're not eating the same.
That's such a thing, that, and like, you know, without being disrespectful of people, that takes a little bit longer. I actually think it's harder to do that. Like I was talking, obviously, you know, Fran's family came through, didn't they? So Fran's auntie, Fran's mum, Fran's uncle all came through. But like I was saying, you know, coming in early hours of the morning, like 6 a.m, that's a long day out, that, and they get more of the weather, they get more of the time on their feet, they've got to eat more, they've got to fuel more. I think it's quite difficult
it's
to
harder,
be at that.
But because if you look at yours, you come through in daylight, no rain,
no nothing,
dry all the way through. It's like those quicker runners there haven't seen any of it. Same with the 100 runners, they've not seen any bad conditions that day. It was pretty much ideal conditions, a little bit warm, a bit humid at stages, but they've not been through that rain. The sense of like those that have been through that rain and then had to come up through the mud and the puddles and the sideways rain, the wind. It's a different race. But those that have not been in it will never know what it was like up top of Coniston around Ambleside, because you sound, aren't you?
No, it's mental. But no, it's good advice, mate. It's good advice, and I think that's maybe the key thing is, like you said, which I think would be probably my personal view, is the thing I struggle most with is the lack of sleep. I think I'd be really, really bad for that. But you got to train for it, you got to go and do a bit.
Yeah.
But
I think at the end of the day, like if you like when it came to it, we were laughing with each other, and walking, whether you're tired or not tired of that, is not really that difficult. Like walking isn't strenuous. Like a couple of people said today, were asking me about my legs at park, and I was like, look, I walked through Elter water. There is no damage being done to my legs walking through Elter water at 19 minutes a mile. Like, I'm not bombing it down a hill. I'm walking through Elter water. Like, the recovery isn't that bad in the sense of like you've not legged it down a hill for 5k steep as possible. You're just moving just ever so gently. Just
keeping moving forward one step at a time. But I guess that, so on that though, like how do you feel like, I don't know, is there any frustration when you get to Elter water and think, well, usually I'm running this in 9-minute mile and today I'm 90-minute mile?
The frustration didn't come from how slow we was moving. It's the build up you make yourself in the terms of how quick you think you can do it. And I kind of had to, like, Mike was positive in the sense of, we can get around this in 5 hours at 3 mile an hour. And I just know, because I've done it that many times, I've done that many races, in the sense of it's not going to be 5 hours. We've got to account for the wind now, the rain, the tiredness, the lack of fueling, and it was 6.5. And there's one point where he was being positive with a guy saying, we can get over there in an hour 10. It was an hour 40.
From Tilbury?
From Tilbury.
Yeah, that's quite quick.
And I was like, no, that's an hour and a half, 2 hours with the way we're moving with it. And I had those things in my head where Mike thought we were going to be quicker, so I think on his side he was getting a bit frustrated. He was like, this is going to take forever now. And I felt that same pain.
But you'd accepted it.
But I kind of knew that it was going to be slower. But deep down, you're frustrated thinking, it's taking me an hour and a half longer than 5 hours. So it's taking me 6.5 now. Which percentage-wise, I'm not going to work it out straight away, but 20% extra on one section.
But you got into that realistic in your mind of, you know, if you went into the other way and was like, I usually do this in 3, then you are going to get pissed off, aren't you, that you're not finishing it.
Massively.
But if you've already gone, well, it's going to take 6. It's a bit easier to accept.
But I was always in a good frame of mind in the sense of, like, this is so much faster than what I did it last time. This took me 9.5 hours last time, and I'm just swagging through it at a normal pace. So
you've done, obviously, took off. What was it, 2.5 hours you took off? More?
Over 5 overall.
5 hours?
But on that section, like,
I thought you said 5 hours.
6.5, 7.5, 8.5. So 3 hours on that section.
Amazing.
On that Ambleside thing. So it just shows how slow it was last time.
So what time did you come in at then?
34.25. And it was 39.36 last time. So it's 5 hour 11 minutes with it. Gosh, which if you look at that over a section, that is pretty much Ambleside to Coniston to an extent.
Huge,
or Ambleside to Tilbury.
Huge. I guess, did you know early on that you were going to smash that time?
Yeah, well, it was more because I think the difference was through Dale Main, I was at 17 hours, and I was 15 and a half the year before, so it was only
That's
an
crazy,
hour and
though,
a half
isn't it?
difference. Which overall, I was like, if I just keep moving now, I'm going to beat it. And it didn't really matter if it was an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But obviously, the more you're moving, the more you get to Howtown and Mardale. You're at the point where it's like, even if I'm doing 3 mile an hour, I'm going to finish in 12 hours.
Yeah,
so it's kind of, it was a nice feeling that second half, knowing that no matter what happened, really, I was always going to PB, always. It was just how much.
Yeah. How crazy, though, that your first time round the 100, you were there at 2.5 hours earlier.
Yeah, just like...
Because last 100 you did, at that point in Daleman when you were at 15 and a half, I remember seeing you, speaking to you, you looked alright, but then it was from that point onwards where, when you got to like Mardale Head, where it sort of fell apart.
Yeah, like Howtown really, when my stomach had gone there. But that was, I look at the fueling this year compared to last year, like I hardly ate anything that first time round.
Right.
And
is that what's changed then this time?
And I think so, yeah. And the pacing wasn't ridiculous first time round. It wasn't. But I think the fueling side of it and drinking and being switched on, it's another 3 years experience of doing ultras.
Absolutely,
and you're the same on that side. You know when you should be eating, and you know when you haven't eaten, and it's like, I need to do something now.
Yeah. So what was the fueling strategy then for this time round?
For myself, it was 40 minutes. It was literally every 40 minutes was a gel, and if a checkpoint tied in, I would ignore the gel and have some of the checkpoint.
Okay. Did you have food? Or
food at checkpoints, yeah, but it was kind of just varied in terms of like, it was like jam butties, trying on the checkpoints, flapjack and whatever, and it was just something that I was like, right, you kind of work out what you're getting with a butty if you have 2 or 3 or whatever, and it was just kind of keep that roughly carbs the same as in like 40 grams I was looking for every time I ate. So it was nothing silly, and that was just the aim, to keep it every 40 minutes, and then the tailwind was at every checkpoint.
Yeah, on top of that.
Bar the last couple, I kind of like, I'd fill one up and I'd drink half it and then just top it up instead of putting a fresh one in, because I just couldn't be arsed by it.
Were you double tailwind or tailwind?
No, it's one.
Yeah,
it's one. Didn't want to make that mistake again.
We've done that.
You
before,
need the water. You need the
100% need the water. Yeah,
but I don't know what other people's tactics are, because half an hour for me, I don't know what you were doing on yours, but 40 minutes seemed right in terms of, because once you climbed an hill, you're like, I need another gel.
Yeah,
and like,
nothing.
It just got a bit too much, really. Because what were you doing on your fueling side?
I was probably quite similar. I think I started early-ish because I was like, well, let's start the ball rolling now. And it
gels?
was like, gels.
So what gels are you on?
So I had a mix. I had Precision, easy enough to get down, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then I had...
got a nice little taste to them as well.
Yeah, they're all right, aren't they? SAS Beta. And then I did get Morton in the end, because I thought, well, I'll try them first. And I thought they were all right. There's a strange texture, though.
They're like jelly, aren't they?
Yeah. And they're not cheap either.
No, they're not. And they're good for races. But I just like them. They're the same as Precision, where you can hold them for a bit.
Yeah.
Like the high fives or whatever, you put it all over your hands, and the last thing you want on a long distance race is like having
Sticky
to worry
stuff.
about. Yeah, it's not good. Well, then, how did you find them all?
I quite liked them, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know if at first... Yeah, if I was... Because you do get electrolytes from them as well, don't you?
Yeah.
And at first I was a bit like, is this agreeing with me on stomach? But yeah, I was all right, because I really struggle with food, solid food.
Yeah, especially when you're moving a bit quicker than... Well, obviously a lot quicker
ideally
than the other
quicker,
people.
yeah. I've always struggled with that, though. But I saw it, though. Like, I see it in the 50. People who are coming out of checkpoints before me are smashing butties and pasta and stuff.
Going again.
They're off. There's quite a few come past me that I saw outside Kentmere smashing a pasta, and they come flying past. I'd struggle with that personally.
But I saw it, and it amazed me that people can just run off after it.
Yeah.
But I guess if you've had 2 or 3 bowls of pasta, and it's giving you the fuel to kind of go and do it, innit, really?
Yeah.
Where I think the way I think, I can't get up that hill,
That's
get a bowl of
what I'm
pasta down me.
But is that because we've never really tried it?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I go back to my work, like, we don't sit down and have a dinner together. It's pretty much you work and eat. So it's like, even like yesterday, I had my bowl of cereal, them shoving like literally 5 minutes after, and it's like, what am I doing here? Yeah, so that should really train you for it.
It should do, yeah, because they say that, don't they? Yeah, no, definitely doesn't. But like the guts are muscle in it, so like you would do anything else on your long runs, train that gut to take like 2 gels an hour, and because people struggle with that, they're getting the gels down, but I've touched wood, been all right with it really. And that probably would be my worry for the 100, because I think I can cope with it for 11, 12 hours. Yeah. But then anything beyond that, like I said to you when I did Bloody Hadrian's Wall, I had about 40 gels.
Yeah, which is every credit to you with that. But I think the mentality is a little different in terms of when you're going that little bit slower, you're not coming into a checkpoint like blowing.
Yeah,
you're coming in, you're a little amble, and you're kind of like, oh, what's on offer
I'll have
here? You can have something a bit better there.
Yeah, yeah.
So you kind of, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to do it. It's like, if I don't eat on this one, I've got another 7 miles and 2 hours to the next one. Something's going to start going wrong at some point.
Yeah. So for you, mate, are you thinking the 100 is going to be... Are you going to be back there? What's the plan? Tell me the plan.
I think after this year, and I think you're similar in the sense of the 50, is I think there's another go at it. I want another go at the 50, but while I've done the 100 and coming off a high from it, and to be fair, circumstantial wise now, I can have 12 months where I pretty much go for it myself. Like, I can be selfish. I don't have to work around anyone else, in the sense of I can have 11 months now and going, I can train for this. And I don't think I'm going to get another opportunity in the sense of my circumstances now where I'm actually going to get that, where I can actually just go, do you know what, I'm going off Saturday on my own or doing whatever I'm doing. So I just think while I've got that, I think why not? And I want to race it. Like, I want to, every other distance, I'm not saying I've mastered the distance of the 50, I've done well on it. But that 100, I just think there's more. I think I could get to like 70, 80 miles of running it. I really think I can at a pace where I can push 30, 29, 28. I don't know.
What does that make you think? Do you think that because you see people around you at similar pace to you that are getting those times, or is it just a personal thing that you think? I
think both, because I think in 2023 I said that I wanted between 24 and 28.
Right, yeah.
And I was confident with...
Run for it.
And 15 and a half coming through, I was pretty much like, you know what, I can shift along this next bit at a steady pace and make that sub 30. But you see people doing it, and all the difference is that consecutive training and being fit for... Well, look at Darren Horrocks, he did 23:40, 23:20 or something, but he's not just had 12 months doing the 100, he's had 5-6 years doing it now, and he's been consistent with it. So for me to get my best, I'm not going to be at my best next year, but it gives me a better chance of having a doing it, in the sense of like, can I run it? Can I race it?
Focus on it.
If not, then, well, if I could do 11 months and I will do a 33... I say I'll do a 33, I'll be like, right, that isn't for me anymore. It's not. But while it's there, and because I'm a bit of confidence from this race, I'm kind of like, let's have a do with it.
You've every right to have the confidence from this race, mate, because really, you weren't really looking like you're going to go and absolutely race this, were you? But the time you've come in at is very respectable time, and you looked pretty comfortable. You know, you came through at like you said, a good time, and then your recovery. Well, look at you now. You've just ran a 19 this morning. 2 weeks later, 5k. Like, the recovery is different than last time. Like, you know, you last time. Well, I didn't see you all weekend because you were asleep.
I was screwed
till Tuesday or something.
So there's no way I was getting up. You know, like, well, this year, like I say, even in the tent for me, there were people coming in. Obviously, we spoke for a little bit. And it wasn't like, I have to get back straight away. It was like, do you know what? I can have some food here. I can have a drink. Obviously, I've been away for 40 hours, but I'm with it. Like, I'm not dying here in a chair.
You're a different beast this time, mate, when you finished.
Controlled, and obviously a lot of focus to.
Well, you can tell that with your YouTube, like, you know, the state of, if I think back to them 100 where you was putting them on Instagram, the videos of yourself. I was like, God,
look at that.
He looks terrible.
Upfused dragging myself along, do you know
I mean, I think I tell this story every time we talk about it, but when I caught you at Mardale Head, and I was like, because I think I was struggling as well that year, so I was like, I'll come with you up here, and you were like, do not, mate.
Please leave. Please leave me,
Forget it.
I've just been in that toilet for 40 minutes.
So I was like, fair dues then. But like this time round, you know, after it, you look good, the videos, you're having a good time, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a good thing I think you've done this time, for me watching you, is that you're a lot more relaxed than you were in the first time. I think the first time you had a time in your head, maybe you were, you know, you wanted to get something, you wanted to go out and race it, whereas this time around you knew, you had the confidence to say, well, I'm going to PB, and it looked like to me on the videos you enjoyed it. You had a good experience
until the video stopped, which was that bit where Windermere was not left, and that was like, right, it's getting tough here. Let's just dig in a bit.
Just forget.
And that's where it was like, I'm not filming anymore because there's more important things. And it was
just surviving.
Because that was like, I think the last one was like, right, let's put it away now.
That was through the night.
And that was just coming into Ambleside, so when it went dark, so it was like, right, let's concentrate a bit here. Poles are out, let's go for it. But there's so many things like that first year, in the sense of blisters, it was wet, and they get in your head. Like, they do. If you're having there's a bit of the course there where they've done like a 2 mile path now, where it was bogs last time I done it.
Oh, on the 100.
So from like mile 8 to mile 10, it's just a lovely path.
Nice,
I got there, I was like, oh my god, I saved 15 minutes on the first checkpoint, then probably 15-20 minutes on without running faster. Running slower, but just saving it because it was quicker route. It was brilliant.
No, fair play, mate, fair play.
But there's lots of that 100 in the sense of like, I look at it and like you with the 50 now, you're going back to the 50 again, aren't you?
I'd like to, yeah. I'd like to.
But I'm not asking now like the stepping up side of things, but it's hard to know what people think when they're stepping up in terms of when they've not done it.
Yeah.
Do you know, like that transfer from that 50 to that 105, like until you've done it, it's hard to really explain like that step up and a reason to do it, because sub 16 is a good time on the 50.
Yep.
But is it quick enough to warrant pushing on to go and doing the 100 sub 40? Do you know, because
40 is your limit.
It's tough, isn't it? In the sense of like, if you've done a 15:59 and you're giving it a go, are you quick enough in that same state to move over that terrain over 105 miles and do it in under 40? I don't know. Don't know.
Because also the cut-off's quite tight in the first half.
Earlier on they are, yeah. I think that gate doesn't help anyone, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we mentioned that with Fear and Jess, didn't we, around how...
It's chaos.
You end up waiting a bit.
It's worth us running up there. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's a strange little point, that, isn't it?
But I don't know. I don't know what advice to give in the sense of, if you've done the 50 and you're thinking about the 100, I think go for it if you really want to do the challenge with it. But there's got to be a point where, are you confident in your capabilities of, are you fit enough, are you strong enough? Like, is it worth actually stepping up, or is it worth just doing another step to 100k, for example?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it's like, I think Hadrian's Wall's helped with me thinking that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
a 20-hour plus run.
But with Hadrian's Wall, though, you was on your own. I'm not saying for a lot of it, but when you're, say, if you was with someone for in between people having a chat for the last 20 miles. I was walking, have a chat about something, and then move on to someone else, have a chat with them. It does just get you through it. The 20 minutes soon pass, and
I remember Phil as well, when we had that chat with them, said similar, didn't they? And I was a bit like, actually, I've not really thought about that, because you are in that on your own, aren't you? It's great to have people with you, but they're not doing the full thing, so it is a bit different.
That Hadrian's Wall one is insane in the sense of like, you're just going on your own, and I think that's a sense of probably a better achievement in a way that like, you're just moving on your own. There's no one there to drag you along at them points. You basically just going, I have to move it because I'm on my own, you know. And that's tough, that.
Yeah, so maybe, I definitely took a bit of confidence from that. And then, to be honest, it's one of them, innit? It's like, I have in my head, because if I can get into the 50 next year, in however way, but then I'll leave everything out there and have a good, okay, this is everything's my focus going to be on that, and then that'll be 550s, and after that it's a bit like, well, you may as well try it, and I think it would only ever be a one-off for me, to do it, just to get round, if I could.
I don't think there'd be any issues in you getting round with it. It's more that the focusing, like, I'm going for it now, because there'll be a moment though, if you do go for it, it'll switch, because you'll be like, I'm doing the 100 now. It won't be like, I'm not thinking about the 100. It'll be like, I'm doing the 100, I'm on the course. And you'll be processing it in a different way, and because you know you have to.
Different ballgame.
So there's a lot to it, isn't there? But so for you now, so you're on your fifth. So if you're getting this time, you're on your 5th 100, aren't you?
Yeah.
So progression wise, what about 23 first year? Or
23 or 22? I can't remember. What? 4 years.
So what are we now? So
26, 25, 24, 23, yeah.
So 23. So what did we start off in 23 then?
I think it was like 14, 40 or something.
Right, so that's just, you've tickled it round, haven't you? And then 24?
Which bonks filled up.
So, but someone speaking of 50, you've been through different scenarios on all of them, which is quite good and experience-wise. Like now, you've been through a lot on the same course, haven't you?
Yeah.
And not one's been the same.
It's not.
Not one's been the same.
Every time it's been very different. Yeah. So
I remember the one where you was with that woman in the field and she was crying. You were like, "Come on!"
That was hilarious. That, gosh.
Was that first year?
That was year one. Yeah, because it was dark at Bleak Tarn.
Yeah,
and it was coming over Blee Moss.
Well, that was 11 o'clock, half 11 start, that weren't it?
Yeah, it was. It was late. And I came in at like half 2 in the morning, didn't I?
Yeah.
But like, coming over that, that was funny. That I could just behind her, could just hear her going. I was like, "You all right?" "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "Oh, come on," because it's different. Like you said, it's different at different stages of the course, isn't it?
Yeah.
You being with a group at sub 12 is different than being with a group at sub 15, because everyone's got different experiences.
It's different mindset, different way of moving across the ground. Everything's different. Everything's different. The focus. I'm not saying the focus isn't high as the back. The focus is move quicker at the front.
Yeah, but at the back, you've got the darkness earlier.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't know about you, mate, but you've obviously done it a few times with the 100, but that Blee Moss in the dark is horrendous.
It's horrific.
I can't stand it.
It's awful. Like the having to place your feet on that, because like I can't remember at this time because I was with it, and there's some bits where you're dropping down a foot, and then you come back up a big rock, and then there's a gate, then you're dropping down a bit, and
big flat bit of rock.
But then you've got to step up, step down, brambles coming in and out, and you can't see the ferns. You can't see out, can you?
Yeah,
it's awful. That
it is bad, that bit. Yeah, so that was first year, because that was a later start. Came at about 2:30 in the morning, shivering.
Good though, isn't it? Different.
Oh yeah, it was great. And then it was like 11. Then I went sub 12. It was like 11:52 or something, or 11:51.
Yeah,
something.
And that was second year.
And then 11:42 after that.
Yeah,
which was just pissed me off, to be honest, because I was a bit like, well,
yeah. But if you looked at it on a chart, mate, it doesn't matter, does it? Like,
but then last time we spoke about it before this time, I was showing you, weren't I, the tracker. Last year and the year before, and the times were exactly the same. It was only Tilbury to the end when I made 8 minutes up.
Which was in the light, weren't it?
Yeah.
From the year before and everything else.
So
but it shows consistency.
I guess if
it does, doesn't it?
Exactly.
And then obviously this year you've gone and run
11:16 this year.
16 minutes, so it's a 29-minute PB, were it? Something like that.
26 something. PB, which
is a decent chunk in terms of, like, if you look at it from.
Yeah,
I don't know, chapel style to pingy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a slog, isn't it? From that point, I think. No, hello. Thank you. Go on, mate.
But yeah, it's a slog. But that half an hour is a big chunk in terms of, like, if you put it on a section, what you covered in half an hour the previous year.
Yeah,
it's mile, 2 mile, 2.5 mile.
Yeah,
depends where you are, doesn't it? Really,
it's chipping away in it. I mean, to be fair, I think your mind goes through all different. It's weird, isn't it? In the ultramarathon distance, the head game is mad, isn't it? Really, what you go through. I'll tell you that I went through in the 50 this year. I set off in Dalemain thinking, right, I've pushed a little bit further up the field to start with here.
So so I'm going to go with that. So before it, what time you get there? Just because I wasn't there, I don't know what time people were getting there and stuff like that. So it's 10 o'clock start, isn't it?
Yeah, we were there probably about 8:15. 8:15.
So you were in good time then, aren't you? Yeah. So what are you doing, eating there when you get there?
I'd already had something on the way, and then just had like a banana the hour before.
Yeah.
So I wasn't hungry.
Toilets, what were that like this year?
Still a bit mad.
Still chaotic.
Especially
if it's alright if you need a wee.
Yeah, that's the issue.
And not that you should be weeing in public grounds, but
they've got the urinals, haven't they?
Yeah, if you need a poo though, that's where it gets difficult. And women obviously have to go in and sit down and everything else. I'm not saying that's the problem, but a lot of women have to queue up just to go for a wee, don't they?
Yeah, massively, yeah. That is, like we said on the last pod as well. That is tough. That, especially with Dalemain, I think you've only got like 2 toilets at the checkpoint, haven't you, as well? Yeah, two
which is right back.
Just for the runners. Yeah, I bet they were in bits by the time you were
there. Yeah. I didn't go in.
You don't blame me.
I waited till a little bit later on.
Like Glastonbury. I was saying this, like, I remember going to Glastonbury, right, and it's impossible to find a decent toilet, and like, obviously I remember going to one, I'll never forget this. I opened one, I was like, this looks alright, and I sat down, and then I looked on the floor, and there was a massive turd. I was like, what? I don't understand. Why is it on the floor?
Is this at Lakeland?
Yeah, this was Ambleside.
Sorry, pal. Yeah, public ones.
But yeah,
you always. Why has I got there?
I was hallucinating.
So you got in. You basically got in early. Got to the front-ish of the pen.
Yeah, because the last time what I did was I stayed with the family for ages, and then I went in, and it was like wave 3 or something.
Yeah,
so I was like, shit.
Busy then, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
busy.
Yeah. But slightly closer up top.
Were you moving freely? Would you say around the field? What is it? 3-4 mile in it around that field.
Yeah,
I guess.
not too bad.
Not too bad. Right.
Yeah. Got to that bit where the puddle was last year, and it was pretty clear.
People were running through.
Yeah, we were
dry.
All right. It was dry, wasn't it? Yeah. It was dry. I do forget how tough that bit is through Dalemain, though.
It is tough, and the year I'd done it, I remember, because I was right up front. I was like row 4, row 5, something like. It was easier because you was on that single path.
Yeah,
you weren't in the 3-foot grass. You weren't having to run off on like you could see your footing, and like just having that is so much more easier than being in the middle of it all, because you're running and people are literally like on a trail when you wouldn't run right behind me. You'd settle a little bit further so you can see where you're going. On that, you've got no choice but to look at the people's feet behind you, and anything can happen there.
Yeah. No, it's true. And the slight movement in there just obviously changed last second.
Oh, it could be out. But it's underrated as in terms of it's tough.
Yeah.
Like, because that first climb where you kick left.
Oh, yeah.
It's a climb, that,
it is a slog,
you're only 500 metres in.
And then you feel like, I should still be running this because I've moved a bit further up. But then, like, that's something I want to work on, I think, if I get there next year, is the confidence of doing that Dale Main quick. Because immediately I'm like, oh, hang on a minute, heart rate's going higher. Like, what? I've got to Blue Bridge and I can't run anymore. But it's not the case, is it?
No, but I'm glad you've mentioned that in the terms of that. I think we've got to a point where we've listened to so many people and so much advice. We've kind of taken away our own running style, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where, my heart rate can't go too high. You can push up a hill and recover.
Yeah.
Like you like that first hill. Like really, you can do 400 metres and run up that hill and recover. You might be blown a little bit at the start, but it's then being bold enough to be like, how far can I then get without it really causing me issues? But that's a practice thing, that's a training thing and everything else, because I've been saying over the past couple of years, like, I shouldn't be running up this, and it's like, well, I used to run up it and I didn't used to give it two craps about it. Run up it and recover, and I think that's training, and the training is coming back in it, so that's good.
I think so.
Don't be scared of it.
I know.
Run up the hill, run down it.
It's funny because like really, why not? Because you'll go and do a marathon at pretty high heart rate for 4 hours or 3 hours.
You get told to go at Manchester, you ain't jogging, you're not going, I'm going to have to walk this. You've still got 10 miles left, then you're, or 13 miles now. And you still push through and you recover because you're doing downhill shortly after.
And how long are you in that heart rate zone for going up that hill? At Dale Main, it's minutes, isn't it? It's not, it's nothing prolonged. So I did do that, and then I think that the frustration came with me is because, you know, I'd had all this thing about the blisters and stuff, but then I told you, like the compede or whatever had rolled off and it was rubbing, and I was like, what is going on? And then I got annoyed, and then the head starts frying, doesn't it?
Because that's early doors.
Really
so when did you first feel that?
It going across the road out of Dale Main.
So,
what,
4.5 miles?
4.5 mile in, and I was like, this is not good. And then I thought, well, what do we always say? Sort it out immediately. Got to Pooley Bridge, pulled over to the side before the climb and was like trying to sort it out, and then because I was like flapping, couldn't find my Compede plaster I had,
so
and
bags
like,
off,
so bag were
off,
and then it was in my pocket. I was like, why the hell have I not realised it's in my pocket? And then faff in there, and then I had to do the same thing again at Howtown to get it right, and then once again at top of Fusedale, and after that was fine. But I think like all those little stops
3 times where you're having a couple of minutes and you like, were you controlled during it? Like the first one doesn't sound controlled until you look in your bags and your pocket.
It's fried,
and because really sit there, you're thinking I should be moving a little bit.
You know what, as well, just what I remember, quite funny, when I pulled over at Pooley Bridge, I don't know who it was, but somebody went past and went, oh no, I don't want to get blistered that early, do you? And I was like, who the hell is that? Don't get that in my head so early. Somebody mentioned it on the way past, and honestly, mate, me head were fried. Who said that? Get back here. But like,
I knew you were. I'm going to have a bit of a do with it here.
You're brilliant. You're absolutely brilliant. But so
what an arsehole.
I know. Great move.
Great though.
Great move. But then you're like,
mind games, mate.
Mind games, because then you start to get a bit like, I've ran through Dale Main, and now everyone's coming past now. I've just done that. So what was the point? And then
you could have saved yourself 5 minutes just chilling out, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
But what was that too much lube on your feet and then the Compede, would you say? Is that where it's come off, do you think?
It must have been, because I've sorted that out. I've got the Compede on one bit, and then everything else is trail skin, and it's absolutely fine. This time round, I've no toenail issues. I've not only had that blister at the start, like forming, but I was fine. It's fine.
Which is great.
Just must have been some of the trail skin, I guess, had rubbed under the Compede.
Especially with running, warming up and everything else, just moved over, and then it's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, it just happens, doesn't it?
But like effectively we spoke about it, it's like if you're going to put something on like that, do it day before, and then because those Compedes, they're on then, aren't they?
Well, they don't come off, do they?
You don't get them off. You don't get them off when you want them off. When you want them on, they start sliding about your finger, don't they?
Yeah. It's like one of them, innit, when you've got the blister and you take the Compede off and it just pulls.
But like I say, ideally for you, it'd be better not having those mind games starting so early. Like you're 4.5 miles in, and then
Sock off at
Getting to
Owltown.
Owltown at like 10 and then having to get your sock off, like, and then like saying you head people, it's hundreds of people go past you.
Yeah,
it's not just 10, is it? It's hundreds.
Yeah.
So what have you done from Owltown then? What have you done to get back in game? What have you done with your foot?
I just reapplied, mate. Reapplied, and then I think I ended up putting like 3 compies on to stick to everything else, mate. I was a big lump on the side of my foot. Yeah, hilarious. I hadn't got on it, so I did everything. I threw everything at it, and then I was like, shit, I've only got 1 plaster now. So if something goes wrong,
one leg in, 1 leg all plaster's gone.
Yeah, 10 mile in, everything. Pack were empty. Yeah, it was wild. But then after that, to be fair, I was all right. Once I got down off the top of Fusedale, I could feel, you feel it get hot, don't you?
Yeah.
But after that, I was fine. It was fine. It stayed away, and that compete sorted me out, to be fair. And the trail skin everywhere else, man. Nothing else rubbed. Nothing.
No, which is great, isn't it? But it's just that it's always small gains. But if you'd have just run that first 10 miles with no issues, no blisters, you're moving through just a little bit freer.
Maybe, yeah.
Your head's a bit more. I'm not saying you're not switched on, but just eradicates anything, like even just something tapping you or anything. Yeah. You don't want any of it, do you? You don't want any distractions, no matter how big or small they are.
Slightest thing just winds you up, doesn't it?
But you've pushed on through Fusedale, down Haweswater. How are you feeling? 15, 16 mile in it? Pretty much you got 4 mile down Haweswater.
Yeah, Haweswater was all right this year. I told you I fell down it though, didn't I?
Yeah, you went
yeah, because it was so dusty this year.
Yeah, as soon as you come to the left of it,
yeah,
like there was literally I saw loads of people do it.
Yeah, weird, isn't it? Yeah, well, who was this morning mentioned someone had fell as well,
yeah, gone down, yeah. Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, I know. Good, sorry, mate. See ya. Yeah, well, this guy behind me was like, "Whoa, where you going?" And then to be fair, he helped me out, and he was like, "Crack on, mate." But it was just quite funny because you get that Haweswater bit, and then self-consciously you're like, you hear someone come up and you're like, "Do you want me to move?" Yeah. Well, a lot of people just want to get through it.
They're rapid settling, aren't they? Yeah.
But then you have the issue. So, like mentioned before, Simon, he ended up with just under 16, but he set off with me. So when he got to Haweswater, he was like, people kept coming past, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, mate." Because he was settling in then to a pace where he wanted 16. Yeah. So you don't need to be quick down there.
Where those that are coming to 13s, 14s are slowly just coming past, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's done well to outpace to
get there,
to get there with it, and just then settle in. Good on him with that.
But that Haweswater bit, everyone we spoke to, they know that bit's hard, isn't it?
It's awful, but it's more like you get halfway down it, and then it's when there's a little metal fence on your left, and it's just rocky, sharp descent.
Yeah, I know exactly the bit.
And you're running on it. I weren't this year. Like I might run a couple of bits of it, but it's for me. I'm worried about my body on that now. In terms of a couple of them steep bits, they might all be 3-4 foot down. But if you go down, you're going down. And you're going down hard, aren't you? And some of them rocky bits, it's firm.
Yeah,
you're not falling into a bush. You're falling onto rock, and it's like, oh god. And that carries on for a couple of miles.
And it's lumpy as well.
Lumpy, yeah, of course it is. Because you think you're sound, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not.
I remember thinking, well, this bit's alright because it's quite flat. It's just 4 mile, whatever it is, to get there. But it isn't. And then I can't remember talking to you. I think it was on the course. They were like, "This is awful because you can see that checkpoint, but it's going to take us ages to get there because you go all the way around and then you take a left and then you go up a hill again and then you're down, aren't you, again?" But yeah, it's a rough bit. It's a rough bit.
It's a brutal part of the course. But I think with any race, right, if you're moving well and you feel good, none of the course seems not difficult, but you switched on, aren't you? In the sense of, I'm moving across the ground, I don't really care what it is. When you're a bit tired or something's not going right, that's when you find it like, oh, that rock's a bit shit. Do you know, like, I don't want to step on that. Where if you're in a good frame of mind, you're fit.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as hard. It doesn't, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I think this time round with some of the work I've been doing on like trying to get better at the descents and stuff, I was a bit like, well, I'm a bit more comfortable now coming down. Yeah. So that helps because although, you're grafting going uphill, the downhills is where you make your time. Much time
if you can move on them, because your uphills, realistically, people will put minutes into you.
Yeah.
But all of the descents, if you can move down them, you can save yourself. If you went from 12-minute miling to 8-minute miling, like over that period of time, you can save yourself so much time.
Yeah, it is.
And distance.
It's just efficiency, that, and and bravery, like we talked about before in the past, of being like a bit softer knees and letting yourself go a little bit down, and rather than stiffening up, because that also batters your quads.
Oh, it does, yeah. Where you're holding back.
Yeah.
But I think some of them are hard in the sense of some of them are that steep that you have to brake.
Yeah.
Or you throw yourself into it and you go for it.
Yeah.
But that comes with the training. Like I said before, with the descents. If you've done the training with the descents and you can recover, you can throw yourself to those little descents, can't you, down Haweswater and bounce back from them and roll next one you can do.
But to be fair, after Mardale Head, I found Gatescough this year really hard. And when I looked at my climbing time, it was quite slow. And I don't know why.
We're not really hot though at that point.
Not to be fair, I can't use that excuse because I don't remember thinking, oh, I'm really, really hot. I just remember thinking this is hard. And I had the poles out as well. So this is the first time I've used poles on 50. And I was sometimes thinking, am I actually getting anywhere with these?
I think the benefit of them is they save your legs, but I don't know if you said it before, they made me, when I was playing about with it, they made me lazy.
Yeah.
In the sense of where, when we used to run up River and stuff like that without poles, like I've never been up River with poles, but you used to have to walk up that and graft without the poles. So you got used to doing the hard work. When you lean into your poles, you kind of just get into that settled routine of step, 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 where without them, you sometimes just grind through it a little bit quicker, I think.
Yeah.
You rely on them not too much. They do save you. They definitely save your legs and they help you. But unless you've had practice with them and you know you can move up quicker, because what they're digging into on Gatescough.
I know, that's
like
it.
What they're digging into. You dig into a rock and then it's moving underneath it. It becomes awkward.
It does. You know what it does? And then there were points where I put it down and it was getting caught and I was like, gosh, if I push on this, I'm going to snap my pole. So then you're maybe thinking a bit more. I don't know, mate. I don't know what the answer is.
But the ground there, if you was going up Fusedale and digging your poles into that grass, it was working.
Yeah.
You were pushing up. Gatescough, if you found like you just digging them in and nothing really was happening, might slip, and then the amount of times that you might slip or pull it to one side, and that's annoying on its own. It is.
Yeah, and at that point, to be fair, for me in the 50, I was getting quite frustrated at that point, thinking like, and then I had in my mind times, and I had it written down last year's times. I was like, there's nothing in this, and then I was getting a bit pissed off. I was like, I can't believe nothing's going to change here. Do you know what I mean? You had goals, didn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like,
but I think you've probably learned a lot in this year. Is that could be at the same time, but there's so much time you can save up other herbies, which we'll obviously get into now, won't we? But even if you're within the minutes with it, you're still on track for where you are.
Yeah.
And if you're moving well, which obviously I've done over the second half, you can gain time in the smallest of areas where you never thought you could gain time. But I think that down Gatescough, like
to Sadgill, that bit.
That is, unless you're doing that on a recce, like running down that on the 50. You've got to be built for it, haven't you?
Yeah,
in the sense of you've got to be trained, and I think the descent's what you said that comes into, because if you can move down there to Kempmere, like those fast runners that are running down, they can make that in no time, can't they? They really can. If you're playing about with it, fanning about, it takes a long time to get down there.
Yeah,
it's not clever anymore, is it?
It's not, and I actually struggled down there this year again. So like when I
did you have poles out or not?
Not on the descent, no. I didn't. But I did find it difficult, and even on the flatter bits at Sadgill, because the ground's so like obviously rocky in it, I was a bit like, I'm struggling here.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed. I saw Steve O again down there.
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he?
Absolutely
loves
brilliant,
it.
He picks me up every time.
Thing is, like in your head, like you've done that difficult bit, and you think he's going to be there in a minute.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little touch in it, because it's like
it's good.
He's going to be there.
Yeah,
he's going to be there, and he'll walk with you for a little bit more. He'll run with you for a little bit.
Yeah, good to see him.
Yeah, lovely touch that.
And then I think like from that point after I was cramping up. There's a little climb. I didn't realise, by the way, how big that climb is on the way to
Stranger Things
thingy to Kempmere. You climb up, don't you?
Well, you go up and then you go up again, don't you?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, that was where I started cramping up like mad. And
what are you cramping in? Hamstrings, calves?
Yeah, like hamstrings. Yeah, it just took me by surprise because I've never done it.
But if you look at it from, so if you've moved down the first checkpoint pretty well, 10 miles, you kind of avoiding your hamstring a little bit. But Fusedale is hamstring, all the way up, and then Haweswater does more damage than what you think. Then Gatescough, then coming down, and then you're at a point there, you're 24 mile in, give or take, and then you're going up another hill. Because we do 50 miles, you think, 24 is not that far, but the amount of strain your body goes through at that point.
Yeah. You've been climbing, isn't it?
You've been from Fusedale, that's 11 miles in, to 24. That 30-mile stretch, there's a lot of strain being put on your body.
Yeah.
There is. It's
and
tough hardcore.
It was hot, weren't it, as well? And the funny thing was, I saw Reenie on the way.
Bit of advice for you.
Oh, brilliant, mate, yeah. I seen Reenie on the way down to Troutbeck, to be fair. And I said to her, I'm struggling with crampy a little bit. She just went, well, did you drink any water yesterday? I was like, yeah, probably not enough, thank you. But but it's just good to remind you, isn't it, that actually the day before was really important. And like when you think about, we just said, haven't we, at the start of this, the weekend's great because you're socialising, but then you're not really thinking about, am I drinking enough? Am I
eating right and all that? But it's tough, that, isn't it? Because you are walking around thinking, oh, I've had a bottle of water here, but it's hot. You're milling about hot,
yeah. But yeah, it's
it'd be nice to, I'll go on a different topic with you, but it'd be nice to know, right, Stephen, this is what you're having the day before. You need to have 4 litres of water.
Yep.
And it'd be nice to know those specifics. So we need to get someone on someone at some point that can actually tell us what we do, and like, as in like rough guide of this is what you should be having. This is a job you do. This is what the calories you burn during the day. This is what you should be looking at having. And I think that'll help us massively, because we don't have a clue about that still. Like, we've spoken to all these people. No one's ever personally assessed us both and gone, like, you should be having this or you should be having this. We don't have a clue. How much salt do we have and how much do we sweat?
Yeah.
We've no idea.
We
don't do it.
It threw me this time, the cramping thing. And to be fair, I was really lucky. Ended up with a lad coming out of Troutbeck after that descent. I was going up again. I started again on the way up.
Yeah.
And he'd come next to me and he was like, I just said, obviously just cramping a bit. He said, I've got a massive bag of salt tabs here. So he gave me like three salt tabs and was like, yeah, you smashed them, mate. So I'm very thankful of that.
Feel better once it's settled in a bit.
Yeah, and again, might be psychological. But the 2 years ago, I had salt tabs every 90 minutes and obviously never cramped. But then, because last year I didn't cramp at all with no salt tabs. So I was like, I get them from my
and you have it in tailwind, don't you? And there's enough in them to do it.
But yeah,
well, you think so, but it might not, because you drink, I don't know, it might not be digesting the same. You don't know, do you?
No. Like you said, though, mate, you'll do it. So like, let's look at me now. I think like I've done more ultras than I have marathons now. I've done quite a few ultras, even this year, like 4. But every time you do one, it's different.
Yeah.
And there's something else that you think, gosh, I need to get that right next time. It's just
so much like difference in terms of the years, the temperatures, everything.
Yeah.
Like you said, you might have drunk well last year, not drunk as well this year.
Yeah.
And a simple, like, if you'd have had half a litre extra, that difference might have made such a difference on the race day with cramping and whatever. You don't know, do you?
Yeah. I guess the one thing I would say is what's been my positive out of this is last year when I finished the 50, I finished it in 11:42, and I was at the end and I was going, I don't really know what else I could do there, because I've given it a lot there and I've come in with that time. Whereas this year I've finished in 26 minutes quicker, and my thought is there's loads of space I can improve on there, which is completely different mindset. So I've shifted with that a bit, which I think has made me feel a lot more positive about.
But from you being at the same point as 25 and 24 coming up Mardale, and then to get to Kentmere, something must have changed in the sense of, obviously you've had the salt tampons, you've come into Troutbeck, like you've obviously picked up the pace there in a sense of like you've done something differently. I'm not saying kicked on a bit, but you've kept the pace, haven't you?
Yeah.
And not messed about. I'm not saying messed about in Ambleside, but you've taken less time in Ambleside. You've been focused still, and you've gone through Ambleside thinking, right, I can keep going here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I was coming into Ambleside, I think I'd had the a caffeine gel just before it, because that's what I'd spoke to Dan about. He said, like, it was brilliant. Party gel. He said caffeine is the best legal performance enhancing drug you can get.
Just having a kick of it.
So he said, second half, if you can get that, or maybe 1 or 2 in you with them, that'll help you. And even just concentration, it does on the trail. You're like you're a bit more aware. You're that bit through the woods, through Ambleside.
Yeah,
I felt like I was more aware and alert at that point than I was last year. And then I'd already agreed with everyone that's in Ambleside, so like Fran, Ellie, Abby as well. I said to everyone, when I get there, just tell me to leave. Like, just picture and go.
Have your stuff and go. Yeah.
Which was quite funny, because everyone was like, with all due respect, get out. Leave,
please
go.
Leave,
please leave.
So you don't mind having a bit of time there, do you? But come to a point where it's just 10 minutes. 10 minutes, you could be up that hill and moving on, can't you?
I was quicker out of there this year, 100%. Yeah, but yeah. So at that point, I think I'd arrived at Ambleside about 10 minutes earlier than the year before. So my head was saying,
back in the game.
Well, if you can get out now. And then I was doing this in my head. I was going, right, well, at this point last year, I'd only just arrived in Ambleside, and now I'm halfway up this hill. From that point on, I was like, right, just let's put something in.
Caffeine gel, innit? Just done it, switch on a bit. But 100%. But I think it's so easy to, like, say, you're at Mardale going, I'm at the same time here. But as soon as it starts going the other way, in the sense of, no, I'm actually ahead of you.
Yeah.
And that confidence-wise is like, I've got something to hang on for here. Where if you'd have been down again, you'd have been like, race is over. Where just that couple of minutes difference is in like, I'm up. The drive from you there is like, I'm I'm on for a PB here.
Yeah.
I've got to not go a little bit, but I've got to dig in here.
Give it a
keep
bit.
going.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, now I look back, I'm like, well, could I give a bit more? Maybe. Yeah, I could. I don't know, but
You don't want to do it all at once, do you? Like,
chip away again. Another 26 minutes next year.
well, you've improved every year so far.
Yeah, it has to be better next year.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely room in there. I think that's the good thing. Like, I feel like you're the same. You finished this year, and our thoughts on bloody hell, that was hard, and we've put it all out there. Both of us are like, well, I think we can do a bit better here, and I think that we know where we can do better as well.
Yeah, because if you look at our training in the sense of we've done well in parts, but if we want to do well on the hills, like we've got to concentrate on the hills a bit more, haven't we?
Yeah.
But how do you find? So you've gone through unmanned checkpoint. Did you stay high?
Yes,
Ish.
I followed 100 runner.
Because to the high bit, that was literally quite dry.
Yeah,
one little bog, weren't it? You come out literally at the gate.
Yeah.
But even that, like people ignore the fact that section's like, that's probably one of the worst sections for me on the course, because you come down a steep tarmac hill, don't you? Cross cattle grid, turn right, and then you climb, go up, you think, oh, farm's there. You go down, then you go up again, and then the farm's there. And then you got Tilberfoot.
That is a tough bit, that.
But it's the same as Gatescough in the sense of, like, you're digging your poles in,
Yeah.
and they're just going nowhere, aren't they?
You are right. When you cross over that little bridge bit, it's straight back up.
You can't run on it, can you? Because it's just like big boulders.
You are power hiking. And to be fair, that was one of the only times, again, where I was quite on my own, really. When I looked, there was nobody else around. Because when you're in that, I don't know, there's like a window, isn't there, I think, between like maybe the top 200 have gaps between them, don't they?
So you can get, and it soon opens up with them. It might only be a 3-4 minute gap, but it can be quite a distance, can't
on
it,
that
really?
course. Yeah, you can't see anyone, can you?
No, as soon as you start climbing them hills, like once you got over that brow, no one's there then.
No,
like, literally no one's there then until you come to Tilberfoot, where it's a bit more of a abundance of people.
Well, that's when I were with.
You have a toasty, not?
No toasty for
me. Good lad.
No, not for me.
Might cost you that.
Also might boost me over. But I caught up obviously with Joe.
Good point,
Joe were at the last climb before Tilberfoot, set off very quickly, didn't he?
Yeah.
But that's what this is the whole point, isn't it? You learn these things as you go through these sort of courses, don't you? But that's the other thing, though, isn't it? You know, you how do you manage that mileage if you've not done it before, I suppose, and like everything's got to go right for you.
Yeah,
and if you start feeling bad on the stomach, it's going to be hard to get that back, innit?
And it is, but I think the way you've done it in the sense of like you were feeling not so great at the start to then finish strong, like no matter what race is, about 5k or 50 miles, 105 miles, if you're coming past people, like I don't care if you're mates or not, deep down you're delighted you are moving faster than someone else. Like
it's a feeling.
You are. It's a nice feeling going, I'm not better than them, but I'm in better shape than them at this moment. And
I'm better than you.
And it's like, I don't know, it's not like preying on the weak, but it's like I've raced. Psychologically, it's great going past people. And like I said, for me, I didn't care who they were on that course this year. It was like, I look better than you, I feel better than you, and I'm moving better than you, and have a good race, but see you later, sort of thing.
It's helped with your confidence.
And, massively, yeah. So you're going up there going, I'm not saying with Joe directly, but you're still feeling good, and you've got 3 mile left.
Yeah, what I would probably say is from Ambleside to Kentmere, I was overtaking. I wasn't. People weren't really coming past,
which is a great feeling.
That's
that though.
Good,
it's a good feeling that towards, especially when you've like coming to like 10 miles left, 12, 30 miles left, sort of thing.
And even in coming down off Tilberfoot on the descent, I took over a couple there because they were slower on the descents, and I was a bit like, well, it must be getting better. And then obviously, like you said, once you start thinking, well, I must be all right descending then because I'm doing this. Yeah. So it's like a cycle, innit, of confidence. Once you do something right, you see a good result, then you start feeling more confident about it. And it was.
That's what you said before. Like, it's such a mental game in the sense of at the beginning, you've stopped, pull the bridge. People are overtaking you. Our town, I'm stopping again. People are overtaking you. Yep. And without those, you're not worried about people overtaking you. So your mind doesn't go down that route of that negative. It might only be a little 2 minutes of it, but you eliminate those and everything just works a little bit better, doesn't it? It does. And you've got that towards the end where, I'm overtaking people now. I feel miles better. I'm coming down Coniston with a mile to go, PBing, and I'm basically mugging people off.
I tell you what, honestly, though, I was coming down and I thought I was flying into Coniston, and some guy just come absolutely sprinting past me. I said to him, "Where the hell is this coming from?" And he was like, "Mate, this is everything I'm leaving out now. There's no point." Honestly, mate, he must have finished about 3 minutes ahead, didn't he? He absolutely, I was laughing my head off.
But unless you're like you're clutching at that for a PB, there's no point just putting yourself through that. Last bit, is it? Just tick away, get to finish. And
it must have been 6 minute mile. It was insane. I was laughing loads when he came past. I was like, "What the hell?"
To be fair, if you've got legs down there, you could shift. Cause I think the first year I didn't, you were there. Like I were bombing down there, absolutely flying with, because I was like, I'm done now. Yeah. And I still had stuff in my legs on the road anyway.
May as well.
Get it done. Get excited.
And it's not a bad descent, is it? I think it's a very kind finish, actually, because
it's a very kind finish.
Once you get off that little descent, it's all a smooth. The road's quite nice.
That tarmac road is great, and if you've got as long as you're not in pain, you can move down that.
Yeah.
And that last 200 metres we turned left at Chippy.
Incredible.
Delightful.
So good. So
delightful.
Good. Yeah, it's like we said, mate, it's the event that I think we always, all roads lead to Coniston, don't they?
Yeah.
We have some serious love for that event, and it's just getting better and better, isn't it, as well?
I think it's getting better and better because we're getting bigger and bigger. This is a genuine thing now in terms of I've noticed the growth of us two in terms of from 23, 24, 25. When did we start? 23, weren't it? Yeah,
what? 23
podcast. Yeah, 23.
Podcast. Was it 23?
23. Yeah, 3 years.
Oh, 3 years. Pod.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So the difference in terms of people buying T-shirts and walking around in them and supporting us, it's a massive difference now, and it's quite nice for I'm not saying for the ego, but just for a reward of our hard work in a sense of we're on episode 88 now. We've put hours into it, and it's not work. It never will be work. We enjoy what we do, don't we? But it's nice to see some rewards of just people going. That guy that came up to us, were he American?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, I've signed up to the 50 because I've listened to your podcast, and that's the reason I think we set up at the beginning, is just to kind of influence people in their own little ways. And that's the first time anyone's come up to me and said, "This is the reason I've done the 50."
Yeah.
And it was a nice feeling, weren't it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
A nice feeling, especially when we were both together. It wasn't like someone was individually called out. We were both there to witness it, weren't we? So it was good. It was good.
Oh, it was a very, very lovely experience this time round. And I think, like you said, I think we were talking to. Oh, it was me talking to young Hearts, actually. I'd said when we first got together to do it, it was we just talk about Lakeland, we love it. Then we started talking to guests, and then I'm like, we're dead lucky because we're getting to speak to these unbelievable athletes, and then we get to speak to people that are normal but doing extraordinary things, and you think just dead nice to have those conversations. And then if someone listens to it and they like it and they want to listen to it, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, which it is. And with that guy, now the people might listen to this that have got in the 50, and they might listen back to some of the other episodes and stuff, and it is just a case of getting them involved in it, whether it's a park run or the 50, for example. I think that's the aim, in the sense of that. Yeah, just get people involved in whatever, innit, really.
And the difference, I guess, I would say, is what we give is probably more of a relatable side, in the fact that we always bonk. We've always bonked in a race.
If you're not bonking, then you're not doing it properly, are you?
You've got to be crying at some point.
Yeah, tears need to be there, don't they? Tears need to be there.
It's an epic event, and to be fair, probably one of the I think the whole conversation of how this actually started, which 3 years ago is mental, by the way, but when we were on the Lakeland route, and said all right, well, let's get these mics ordered and let's have a bit of a do at a pod.
Yeah,
and here we are, mate.
Here we are, 3 years later, talking about Lakeland still.
Nothing.
To be fair though, the episodes of Lakeland do well because it's such a big following, in the sense of the people love it, and I can guarantee the people that listen to this are still on a high or are going, I wasn't there this year, I want to go back. It's two of those options, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Or they'll be saying, that was me that said, haha, you got to I was getting
please let us know if you've abused Stephen on the course. Physically, mentally, or whatever, any shape or form.
It felt physical, mate.
But it is good, and I think the stories at the end on the Sunday, our in tears at one point with Kate, it was obviously come back from cancer and do whatever, and it was quite relatable. But just those little touches that you see who the people are, and it's always someone different every year. And you might have seen them, on Instagram, you've never met them, and it's all of a sudden they're on stage, and it's kind of it's good to see, innit? It's not just a race, everyone finishes and disappears. It's
Totally.
people get to know each other, know the stories, and realise what everyone is actually going through, or that have been through. There's always something, isn't there?
I totally agree. It's a really nice way of putting it. I think like that is true. There's all these people that get together at this one weekend in July, and they've all got their own things going on. And when they leave there, they're all going back to things, and it might be really difficult times or whatever. But at that time, when you're all together, the buzz is just real, isn't it? And like, it's Simon's first experience of it, and he was like, it's just amazing people, and like you're making friends, aren't you? Just in a matter of minutes. It's an amazing.
Because I'd like to see not a stat, but in terms of like those that have done Lakeland that have then gone, oh, I go running with this person now from Lakeland, or we've met up with these people, or we're now part of a running club, or this and this. Because that social kind of thing would be. I'd like to see the web of it, of where it disappears to, because it's non-stop in it, and like with the charity stuff they're doing in terms of like the bikes they're doing, the schools they're going to, the donations and everything else, that just never stops from Lakeland. It's crazy really when you think how much effect that race has on the community in the lakes and round where Mark lives, Wrightington and all that. Oh, it's huge, isn't it, really?
He talked about that, didn't he? I think in the brief, and he was like, it's the ripple effect, isn't it? That you've got like Thea, for example, who I'll do the Lakeland 1, and then actually I've seen these people do the 50, and that just happens. And how many of those kids that have finished that Lakeland 1 are probably going to do the 50 at some point when they get there?
Yeah, because if you're involved in it now, and as long as it continues and doing what it's doing, they're going to be there, aren't they? And those that are like 14 now, like Thea did, I'm going to wait until I'm 18 and go and do it. And there'll be someone sat there with a July 11th birthday going, I'm having Thea in a few years. They will be though, won't they?
Yeah, I get that. Cool.
But little do they know, they've got to complete the 50 and the 100, and which isn't an easy task on its own, is it?
Not at all, mate. No, not at all. But yeah, it's a lovely, and also like the theme thing. I think like it's just nice to hear those stories about people that are overcoming stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can literally pass someone on that 100, and they might have had months and months of like really bad news, and it's just nice that you just share that whole sort of experience of like, well done, and people clapping for it. And at the end, mate, it's amazing, isn't it? Like I've finished ultra marathons a couple of times, and nothing's been like the end of Lakeland. Nothing compares to it.
And just the people that you're going into certain people that are going to be there cheering you on, don't you? And it's a nice feeling, just people clapping to you for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then it dies down. You chat about it, but it's just nice having that little moment of, do you know what, I've grafted for this, and the fact that people are willing to come and stay up till 3, 4, whatever more, and be there at the end. It's a nice feeling, and it's a nice feeling to cheer the people in that you don't actually know as well.
Oh, it's great,
because you know what they've been through. Especially because I know at 50 you've been through everyone different. So those that are coming in at certain times, you know for the fact that they've been through some bad times on that course, and so you appreciate it, don't you? You do. Like a 10k and a marathon, people bonked and they might walk a bit, but they've not been through what people have been through on that 50 course and the 100 course. They just not, have they? It's something that until you've done it, you just don't know what goes through your mind or anything.
It's so good.
It's brutal, isn't it? Really?
Oh, it's incredible. And like I was quite lucky because I finished, and then we literally had about 5-10 minutes, and then we managed to go and catch Fran's mum come through at Ambleside. So we drove to Ambleside there. I rolled out the van, and like everything was stiffening up, but I was like, but then that was just good to see from my side, Ambleside at like 10-11 p.m. because I've not seen that before.
Oh yeah, you've got there. You've got there. Yeah, you've finished and got there. Yeah,
and you got to say, mate, the volunteers, they are just relentlessly positive, and like I thought she was here 5 hours ago when I was here, and she's still buzzing about people coming in, and I think they make it, don't they? Those people.
Yeah, and it's a good point you mentioned that, in the sense of like every checkpoint there's, I think bar Dale, man, because there's so many people there on the 100 coming in, everything's so personal. People take the time out to be like, everything all right, and I think they do spot the runners that are struggling more than the ones that look good, because no one's, I felt good for pretty much most of it. I wasn't bothered if people came up to me and was like, oh, what do you want? As long as I get my waters filled, I can do everything else myself. But there was a couple of times in Kentmere that I saw, and they were like, they'd not bypass me, they'd be like, right, she needs help or he needs help, and they were switched on to it, and it's great because they're doing that just out of their own kind of good, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're amazing, absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it, honestly. So good. And then you see, like you said, they're doing big shifts of that as well. Big shifts.
Yeah. But it's like the volunteer side. Like I think if we did it at some point, we would love it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you'd just be like, it'd be relentless.
But you'd know as well.
But you'd know what they're going through. You'd be looking out for signs now, wouldn't you? Saying like, right, he's looking a bit pale. What can I do to help him? And I think it's a shame that you don't kind of take track of like note of who helped you. Because I know there was, I can't remember her name now, one of Wendy's mates at Chapel Style. And we ended up having quite a deep conversation really for like 10 minutes while Mike slept.
Brilliant.
And it was just a nice calming thing with 10 miles to go. She got me a bit of watermelon, got me a drink and that. And it was just a conversation that I needed just to kind of straighten me out in terms of, look, you're 10 miles away.
Yeah.
And it was just a nice, right, you're here.
Yeah.
Get yourself some food, get yourself sorted, get yourself gone. And she didn't need to speak to me, but I think she'd had enough to speak to everyone else, so she was happy just...
Have a minute with you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm busy here.
Yeah, this guy's...
I think that was her downtime as well, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a coffee break. But yeah, no, they're absolutely amazing, and everywhere you go to, I think it's like just a buzz in it, and they're all slightly different, and they've got their own personalities in like each different checkpoint.
Yeah, they're all mental. They're all mental.
Hilarious,
like some of the 100 ones, like, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Especially middle of nowhere. Buttermere were great, but the hot dogs in Buttermere, I know you might not appreciate.
Did you have a hot dog?
2.
Hey, fair play,
2.
mate.
Went back for 2.
Fair play.
Good though, but there's no in them, is there? Just it's the bread that's doing you the favours.
Yeah, just absolute carb.
But yeah, it's like, but even there, like you're arriving there at, I don't know what time, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're all just like, everyone's just like buzzing. It's mad. It's mad. It's like being at a party.
Yeah, it is. And then the tent at the end, so when you're all in at the end, that just doesn't stop.
Doesn't stop. It's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good.
But it's great though, because it's just a constant high, innit? Like you get that dopamine like buzz when you're finished, but when everyone else comes through, it's like, oh my god, they're through. It's like relentless.
So it's so good watching people.
It's like that. Once I'd done it, was like, so we had Pete come through, Dave Brunton, Scott, Franz, Elaine finished early.
She was early, yeah. Simon.
Which was how, and then Jeanette came through, and it was like a cycle, like there, of literally an hour and a half, where all I had to do was just look and people coming through. It was great. You come in with Fran and everything else at like whatever time it was.
Yeah, it
was just a nice. That 2 hour period there before I went to bed was like, I've had everything. I've seen everyone who I need to see.
It's
now.
mental,
it was great. It's absolutely great.
And like you'll go in and you're like, oh, you're here. Yeah. Because when I seen you, I was like, I didn't expect to see you because I thought, oh, he's gone and they've gone to bed. But you was just still there, weren't you?
Still there because I was like, there's people coming here within that hour. I was like, I ain't going anywhere here. No chance.
Because Jeanette and Ian came in and they were like, they'd done the whole thing together, so it was like classy. And they look great at the end. Yeah, they look great. And I think you fair play, absolute admiration for everyone that comes through, and they've all gone through their own, like you said, don't you? It's difficult experience, but incredible.
And I think for those, like you were saying earlier on, those that have done the 50 well and the 100 as well, coming over that latter stage of Coniston, like honestly, that at one point I was going over the top of it, and I'd gone a bit me in the sense of I didn't really know where I was.
Yeah.
Mike had gone to get changed, and I was like, I can't stop here, so I went off on my own. And at one point, the head torch disappeared in front of me, and like I had no clue where I was because rain were coming in. Couldn't see it through head torch. I was just following just a muddy trail. But in my head, I was like, there's only really one trail on the top of this.
Yeah.
But it was just a bit mental in terms of like, I'm on my own here. And then Mike caught me up. He was like, thank God you're here. Because he thought he'd gone past me. He was like, I'm going to have to go back and get you.
Gosh,
I was like, no, why would you go back? Don't go back.
Oh God, yeah, no, it's incredible, isn't it? It's so good. And like, I think we got to the point this year we were like, you know what, maybe Lakeland, that might be the last one. But then when you get there, you're like, nah, it's got to be part of the calendar.
I think the circumstances before it, like I spoke with Pete and Karen about it. Like last year I watched Pete. Yes, Pete. I watched you faff about for an hour, 2 hours, and in my head,
that's good for him.
It did my head in because unless I went to my bedroom, I couldn't really get away from it. But this time in the house we were in, we had a bit more space. He faffed in his bedroom. I was nice and calm. I went and had my nap and everything. I wasn't working around anyone, so
like a baby.
I went and I was peaceful at the start. No one had annoyed me. There was no issues about, and it was a nice way to set off. Where the year before, I was fuming with it all. I was just fuming with it. Like just that faff does your head in.
Yeah, it's
don't need any mess at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I think in the circumstance like that, I know you were in a cottage here, just nice and chilled, and
it was lovely.
Do your own little thing and crack on.
It was lovely.
And that makes a difference.
Yeah,
having that little bit of calm.
It's some experience, mate, and then that's it now. No longer talking about it until 18 days when we start talking about the ballot.
We could do a 5-minute period of that, can't we?
Yeah. One episode won't be about it. We won't.
Yeah, just a 5-minute one, right? So we're not in the ballot. We're not talking about Lakeland anymore. Because realistically, like, I ain't talking about Lakeland if we don't get in it.
Oh, exactly.
Screw
yeah.
you.
Yeah, forget it.
Screw all you.
Not interested. But yeah, no. Well, massive, well done, mate. It's one PB down. One more to go, mate. So listen, I'm getting married. I say me and Fran are getting married.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
March 2028. Please get a PB
March
before
2028.
that.
So what are we now?
You've got
20 months.
You've got 20 months, but please.
20 months.
Just
but really,
sensible.
though, like, I just need to build up. Like,
pick something.
The focus needs to be over 12 months now.
Right, okay.
I need to, like, really, it's the 12-month window there where I think I can aim for a PB.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen overnight. Like,
no.
This was the easiest one I was ever going to get.
Yeah, definitely.
So now it's proper work. It's proper work.
This is going to be graft.
Can't blag this one.
No, this is going to be graft.
But I am searching at the 4 or 5 miles I've done as well.
I thought 5 mile might be a good one for
There's
you.
one, yeah, but it's still like a 5:40 pace.
That's quick, isn't it?
And like the 4 mile was 5:35. So it's like that you can't just rock up and blag it.
So this current call is really pissed off at 2023 call for getting all these massive PBs because you've got to beat him now, haven't you?
Well, basically was pissed off at the 2026 call that decided to do this challenge.
Yes. Although how much you raised now?
It's over $2,000.
Over $2,000.
Over $2,000, and really, like 1,980 of that is from the Lakeland ballot place. And Lakeland related. So it's pretty much because of Lakeland that money's been raised. So it's just another thing that Lakeland is responsible for.
Exactly.
The woman, what's her name? Can't think of her name. She finished it in, I think it was 38 hours that we give her the place for.
Oh yeah.
So she messaged us, not messaged her back. It was like 18 pages long. How she went through it all, how she enjoyed it, and she couldn't stay around because she had to get back, but she loved it.
Amazing.
And she completed it.
Fantastic. Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, it's Leslie, maybe?
Leslie, yeah. It was double L, weren't it? Leslie.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Amazing. Oh, that's good to know. And it's great, that again. Spoke to your mum. She said, hope his hair gets really, really long, and then he can cut it off and sell it as a wig.
There you go.
Donate it. Not sell it. Sorry.
Yeah, sell it.
Get on Vinted.
Donate.
A bag of hair.
Would anyone wear this? That's the question. Danny Brunton.
I would.
Danny Brunton. I would.
I'd love it. There's a couple of people that go for that, mate.
But really, I think I've always wanted to have my hair long, so this is an excuse in terms of like, I've always wanted to grow it to a point, but like now I'm like I just want to shave it off because it's at a length where I can't do anything with it. But
full meatloaf, mate. Dead straight.
But imagine winter though, like all wet and like. But to be fair, I think the women are loving it. So
no doubt, mate.
Why not?
No doubt. You're really milking this now.
I'm gonna milk it as much as I can.
I love it.
I'm just not gonna PB.
I was gonna say like you'll be on for PB.
Yeah, 4 years time.
Forget it. Yeah.
Why aren't you running anymore?
Why is it so long?
You can't keep doing it. It's got to come to a point where my dad's just like, just pay 200 quid for charity and just get it cut.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, you start something. If you start something, you've got to finish it.
Got to stick to it, mate.
And like United Strand is waiting for United to do it. Like it's a bit pathetic.
You're taking your responsibility.
Yeah, he's relying on 11 other men to do it. Like with this, it's just me against the her, isn't it?
Me against the her, you against you. Brilliant. Well, listen, mate, I say good luck with it, but I do want to see another 6 months at least.
Well, realistically, mate, it's not. I've got Berlin. That ain't a PB. I'm not PBing. September. Yeah. So I'm just going to have to filter through that after it and take it from there.
Excellent.
But there's no rush. It's just a case of steady away.
Train right.
Get trained. That's I think for both of us now is get trained. I think for anyone that's going to put in the ballot for the 1500, you don't have to do anything silly straight away. But it's that consistency, innit?
Yeah.
Don't wait until April and be like, oh, I'm going to throw in 30 miles even there. Just build up now. If you can do 11 months up till July, you'll smash it.
Yeah.
Those people that have done well this year have just been consistent. They've not done anything special. They've done a bit of hill work. They've been out, and that's it. Nothing special, is it?
That's like,
nothing
exactly
special.
Exactly. Yeah. You know the game. We know the dance now.
We've just got to go and do the dance, haven't we?
Just got to go and do it.
And realistically, that fingers crossed for the ballot, and fingers crossed for people who know with the ballot, because I know it's getting bigger.
It's crazy.
Like you saw it from Rivy last year, they had loads of people in, then hardly anyone into a point. Yeah. And there's no like guarantees with anything now.
Absolutely not. No.
But
there's a charity option in there.
Yeah,
it wasn't ballot last year.
I'm not, but I'll pay I'd pay £500 to get in now.
Yeah, I've done charity before. You will not regret it, I guess, is the point, isn't it?
Yeah, you won't regret it. Go and do it. Yeah. Fancy it, go and do it. But
we love it. Any questions? We about the 50, I'll help you. But
yeah, the 100 is what it is.
Although I must admit, I did do the recce then in like January for the 100 route, and although I loved it, Christ, it was all work.
It's brutal, isn't it? Yeah. So you went to Buttermere, didn't you?
Yeah, Coniston to Buttermere.
So you
Con to Butt.
Yeah, so you know what it's like that first 26, don't you? It's horrific. Yeah, it's horrific.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
I might still do that again though next year.
Yeah. Was there a path? Like, what about the pathway? Was there a path there when you'd done it? So you come down, go up Coniston, come down, you come to the first checkpoint, which is on your left, that little church.
Yeah.
And then you carry on
I remember now,
over the little bridge. It's hard to explain.
I'm pretty sure though, yeah.
Was it boggy?
No, I don't remember it being
No,
boggy.
so there'll have been a path there then.
Yeah.
Will have been. That's maybe where I've heard it from originally, that the recce.
Lovely.
But at least you know what it is, and at least you know what people have gone through in terms of that night.
Yeah, I liked it for that.
Where people arrive. But you can see now why, we had the stats up before, why people drop out of Buttermere.
Yeah.
Because they go, nah.
Forget it.
80 miles left there.
That's the thing, innit?
80 miles, but you can't think of it like that. It's break it down.
That's not the
every
way to do it.
No,
Yeah.
every checkpoint different.
I agree.
And don't think of any time, just keep moving.
Yeah, checkpoint to checkpoint. Enjoy yourself, innit? Right, mate.
Good
I've
on
no
5.
idea what we're going to talk about next time, but been an absolute pleasure. Huge congrats.
I think both successful weekend.
I would say so, yeah. I would
And
say so.
for many other people.
Oh, it's been amazing times. Yeah. Big shout to Ricky Taylor, turned up, finished back 21st place, I think. 21st place, and he's 50. Just wanted to mention to him, and then some amazing times. Horrocks again, smashing it. But look out for these people. Big Alex Atkinson.
Yeah, Alex again.
No issues.
And
Pete back, got his slate.
Yeah, Biggins.
Biggins, yeah.
as well.
Biggins, what a man.
Mr. Biggins.
Picked his slate up.
And I think with Joe, we did cover Joe Hartley in the sense of like,
He's got loads in him.
There's a big time for him there. So
Yeah.
Joe, if you're listening, just have a moment.
He better be listening.
Come back.
He says he does.
Yeah, we'll wait till the last minute of it. We'll make
See
it
if we
wait
stuck
right
to
till
it,
the end. But we've been through what he's done this year in the sense of I think he knows where we went wrong, and there's a massive time for him to be had there. But bit of confidence in yourself. You're a great runner. Just pace it right, and you can do pretty much whatever you want on that course. Yeah, that's simple as that. Isn't
that
it?
advice fits for everyone as well, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You have that confidence in yourself, and then get a good one under your belt, and then
get comfortable with being uncomfortable, innit? But don't get too comfortable with running with those elite runners, unless you're an elite runner.
Yeah,
there's got to be a separation of like, he's better than me. I know now who I can race against in the terms of like, if I keep up with them, I'm
in trouble.
I'm doomed.
I'm doomed. Brilliant.
And it is that, innit? And we all know that, but that takes years of experience, doesn't it?
I love it.
And we've got it, mate.
Oh, it's in the bag, mate. Right, well, if we don't speak, I'll see you in Coniston in 2027, hopefully.
Yeah, if not, at the wedding.
Yeah. God, that hurts me.
No more Lakeland after, because we've not got in. Oh, for God's sake.
We've got nothing else to talk
about. The Lakeland
about.
Trails, we're going to talk about the 55k.
Right, mate, absolute pleasure. Just dead quick before we finish, what's next?
I've got Lakeland Trails 15k in Keswick at the beginning of September.
Soon,
so
okay.
It's a month away.
Love it.
Gives me a bit of time. I can judge roughly for where I'm at last year, year before, because of similar times with it. And then on to Berlin. Even though at the moment I'm a bit hit and miss with it, but it is what it is, isn't it? Got to have a trip.
Have a good trip.
Yeah.
Altrincham 10k for me.
Big one. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, next week.
No, it's about three
weeks.
Yes, first weekend in September, and then the week after week after the lap. So, reliving our first ultra together, mate.
Yeah.
A lap. I remember, mate, you said to me, you would have to do a lap if you don't want, and I was like, nah, let's do it. And we did it.
I remember that, yeah.
We had that amazing house.
yeah.
Right.
That was the first test. You passed it.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have to do it. No, we're doing it.
No,
to be fair, we smashed it, didn't we?
It was good.
We smashed it. We ran all of that.
I think that was the best we've ever ran.
Yeah, we've not improved from the lap.
I've got worse, mate. I imagine I got a worse time. Oh, anyway, not worth thinking about. Right, I will see you.
Bonk. Then again, I hope you bonk a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course. Cheers, mate.
See you after this.
Right, in a bit.
See you
Cheers
soon.
for that.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.